What's up everyone, this is Oh My Godzilla and welcome to my guide for the quest The World Wakes. This quest was released on March 4th, 2013 and was labeled by ModMark as the most important one to date. This is a combat oriented quest and there is a good chance of dying in this quest even if you're maxed, although it is relatively easy once you know what you need to look out for in each battle. I want to say right off the bat here that if you are to die, your grave will appear at the quest start location by Orlando Smith. Let's rip through the requirements real quick here. So there are no quests required in order to complete the World Wakes, although for full storyline comprehension, it's recommended that you have completed the Ritual of the Majorette, the Chosen Commander, the Void Stares Back, the Branches of Darkmire, and the Firemaker's Curse. And there will also be some extra rewards that you can only claim if you've completed those quests, although it's totally fine if you come back later and gather those rewards once you have completed those quests. And then another requirement that you absolutely have to have 100 combat or you won't be able to start the quest. And then in terms of items, there's really nothing special that you have to bring. You just need to bring some food, some combat potions, and just some gear, which I will go over in a few minutes here. Okay, so let's go over our gear here first. So here's my little gear screen here. I'm going to be using some magic attacks the entire time. You can use whatever combat style you like, although melee is definitely the worst and you're going to be doing a lot of hitting and running and it's going to take you a long time. So I really recommend you use magic. Range is okay, but magic is a lot better against most of the bosses than range is, but range is definitely a better choice than melee. So here's what I'm wearing, just some general magic equipment, nothing special. So some Arims. If you have Mystic, that's fine. If you have better than Arims, that's great. Using a God Cape, an Arcane Stream Necklace. You can use a Glory or whatever you want to use there. Got my Staff of Light. Got some Barrow's Gloves, a Ring of Life just in case of emergencies. Infinity Boots. And then I got some kind of aura here. I'm just using Reverence, which will make my praying drain at a slower rate. And then going over to the equipment screen here, or sorry, my backpack. So I got an Extreme Magic Potion. You can use a Magic Potion or a Super Magic Potion or whatever you want to use if you want to. I got a prayer renewal here. This will just make my prayer drain a little bit slower. Then just some prayer potions for when I need it. I got some food, so the best you can use generally is fine, although you don't need brews or anything special. Sharks or Rocktail if you have them available. And then the runes to cast your spells would generally be ideal as well. In my case, I'm going to be using Fire Surge. So once you're all equipped and ready to go, we're going to start off this quest by home porting to Artie. And now I'll show you exactly where to start the quest. So let's go ahead and take a look at the world map here. So Artie's in the bottom left there. There's the home port location of the lodestone. So you're going to go there and then run north all the way to where it says you are here and where the quest icon is. And that is where you will start the quest. Okay, and so here is the quest start location. You're going to talk to Orlando Smith here to get the quest started. So you're going to go and chat him up, and then the first thing you want to tell him is just say, I am famous. And then after that you can just hold down the spacebar, or you can read the chat if you like, and then you can pretty much select any answer you wish for the rest of the questions. Please make sure you ignore what I am wearing in this clip right here and what my inventory had in it. That is just simply because my screen recorder failed on my first go through the quest, so I had to go on one of my older accounts to start the quest just to show you this footage. So make sure you have the gear that we discussed earlier and the inventory that we discussed earlier. So once you're done talking to him though, you can go ahead and open the doors. It'll show you a quick little cutscene. And then you will go ahead and enter. Now once you're inside this room here, what you're going to be doing is investigating a couple of things here. So go ahead and start with the Shattered Blade right on this table. Just go ahead and investigate it. And then make sure you go through the dialogue real quick. And there's a couple other things that you should investigate here. So this little thing over here. So same thing, investigate it, go through the dialogue. And then if you go to the other side of the room here, you'll see that painting on the far left, and that is the next thing that you should investigate, just like so. And then if this does not trigger a cutscene for you, you can go ahead and investigate that other painting that's on the left. For some people the cutscene triggered and for some people it didn't, so go ahead and keep investigating things if it didn't for you. Okay, so once that door opens up there, we're going to head up here. And then there's a little bit of a shrine here or something that you should investigate, and this is going to start the next fight. So once you investigated it, there's going to be a little bit of a cutscene, and it's going to take you into this room over here. Orlando Smith is going to follow you, and you guys are going to have a little chat. If you want to use your pot up before this fight, I would do that before you investigate the shrine. You'll see these guys come out. Also note, don't turn on your prayers right away until this chat log is over here, or you'll get teleported out and you'll have to watch the cutscene again, just because cutting off the chat there just kind of interrupts the scene for the game, and it just thinks that you have to get thrown out for whatever reason. So don't turn on your prayers or drink any potions until this chat is over and they attack you like that. So now you can turn on your prayers. Use your combat boosting prayers. So for me, I'm using Augury or whatever the magic one's called. I'm also using Protect from Range because that is what I am weakest to at the moment. And so you should see that the one that's doing melee is going to come right after you and attack you with his fists. So it's important that you kill him right away because they all have this weird shockwave attack that they were just doing there. And if you get attacked by that, you're going to take insane amounts of damage. So you always want to keep a distance and make sure you're staying out of the range of that shockwave. So you see the one on the right doing it there now. But as soon as you kill the combat or the melee one, you should not get hit by any of those. If you are using melee in this room, you're going to do a lot of hitting and running. So again, it's really important that you use mage, or if not range at the very least, as melee is quite annoying to use. So once you defeat that one, you're going to have quite a long cutscene here that I'm going to fast forward through, so feel free to pause the video. And then after this cutscene, you're going to be facing the Armadillo General, Kree'arra. So the cutscene's going to come to an end here. It's going to show all the God Wars generals come into the room. And the next thing you're going to have to do here is fight Kree'arra. So you can bank now if you like. If you feel like you're ready to go on with the fight, then go ahead. Make sure you've healed up from your previous fight. Make sure your prayer is up. And so with Kree'arra, there's nothing special. He's a little bit weaker than when you fight him in the God Wars dungeon. And you also have the ability to melee him, unlike the God Wars dungeon. But for this one, again, I recommend a ranged type attack, or ranged or magic is fine for this one, but if you're already here with magic, that works really good as well. So I wouldn't worry about banking if you think you have enough supplies. The only thing worth noting here is you should use Protect from Range or Soul Split if you have it. So I'm going to put up my Protect from Range. And then you're going to see some tornadoes kind of flying around the room here. If you stand inside of them, you will take some pretty high damage. So you got to do a little bit of moving around. And then every couple of minutes, he will do an attack where he summons all of the tornadoes towards him. And then he will spit them out. You'll see him do it a couple times in this fight. So here it is, he says something and then all the tornadoes come towards him. So if he's doing melee, or if you're meleeing him, this would be definitely a good time to run away, or you will get instant KO'd pretty much. But yeah, really not a whole lot to it. The tornadoes are kind of hit and miss. Like sometimes they kind of chase you a little bit. Like you can see a blue one's finally kind of following me around. But they're still pretty slow. So just kind of hit them when you can and then move away when you can. and then eventually they kind of leave you alone. Make sure you keep your hit points fairly high, as if you hit more than one tornado at the same time, you could die pretty quickly. So there he goes again. He summons all the tornadoes towards him and then he spits them all out. But other than that, he really does not a lot of damage. Just keep avoiding those tornadoes and then just finish them off. So you will finally win the fight and he will surrender. And then you get a little bit of a break before the next fight. And the next room ahead is going to have a bit of a puzzle in it. So once you finish that battle, it's time to go to the next room. So head out towards this way and just go through the door. There is no need to bank after that battle because there will be a bank chest up ahead after you complete this puzzle. So if you're a little low on food, that's okay. You'll have an opportunity to bank once you get ahead. So there's going to be a cutscene here which I am kind of fast forwarding through. I'll let you watch it at your own pace on your screen. If necessary, you can always pause the video, of course. So once you get to this room and the cutscene's over, you got to run to the other side of the room where you'll see a control panel. Once you click on that, you'll start another smaller cutscene where Death and Juna will kind of show themselves. So go ahead and proceed through their chat. You can hold down the space bar or you can read it. And as soon as you are done talking to them, I'll show you how to do the next puzzle. So once you are done talking to them, you can go ahead and click on the control panel and you'll get to this screen here. So what there are is pretty much your objective here is to roll the marble into the destination here. So I'm going to show you 4 arrows and the ball will start from one of those 4 dispensing locations. And so what you have to do is get the ball in the hole pretty much 4 times. The answers are all exactly the same here, so you pretty much just click on the tiles and it'll change the directions of things. There's also a little key there in the middle of the screen that can kind of show you what each tile does. Other than that, I'm just going to show you pictures of the solution here. They're not really hard puzzles, so go ahead and try them by yourself without looking if you want to, but I'm going to post the answer key for each solution. And so I'm just going to start with solution 1 here. Okay, so here's the first solution here. Just watch where the ball goes. And then once the ball finishes the path, pause the video and pretty much just copy the pathway. So here is the solution number 2. So same thing, just watch which way the ball goes and then recreate the pathway for yourself. And here is solution number 3. Same thing, just watch the ball and then pause the video to recreate the path for yourself. And finally, starting from the bottom left, is the fourth and final solution for this puzzle. And there you have it. So then chat these guys up, and then we're going to head into the next room. I'm just going to fast forward through this cutscene here, just because you can watch it on your own. So pause the video if you just need to catch up. So when that cutscene ends, you'll be here in a little bit of an elevator kind of a thing. So you're going to run up this way, and you should see a bunch of NPCs here, and you want to run towards the middle of the room and talk to Cress. So Cress is that one who's kind of standing in front of everyone. So go ahead and chat him up a little bit. Once you are done talking to him, you're going to interact with that little door behind him. And what it is you're going to be asked a series of questions. And because Guthix is the god of balance, your objective here is to get all 4 of those meters up to 50% by asking the questions. So simply just follow the answers that I put here and you should have no problem. But if for some reason the questions aren't the same, you know what to do. It's a bit of trial and error, and you can also try and use your best judgment to kind of figure out which one is which. So make sure you turn on high quality if you're having a hard time making out the words here, so that you can select the correct answer. So once you've done that, there's going to be a cutscene where it shows Guthix blesses you and that you are now considered a guardian of Guthix. So when that cutscene's over, there's going to be some fights coming up here. So what you're going to be doing is you're kind of like a leader here, and you're just going to say some motivating comments here. So you want to get everyone really boosted up and ready to fight. So kind of just select the answer that makes the most sense here. So what you have to do here now is assign your groups of warriors where they need to go. So there's 4 different ways they can go, and I'm just going to show you the answers here when the screen pops up. So here's what you have. So Sheldar is going to be on the left, and then you're going to have Crest to the next to him, and then Death to the third one, and then the turtle dude, whatever his name is, in the far right. And then making sure that you get these correct is important for the next battles and will make them much easier. If you get them wrong, however, they will be much more difficult. However, you can switch up at any time if for some reason you make a mistake. So once you've done assigning people, there's going to be a little bit of a chat here and then a cutscene, so I'm just going to fast forward through that. So make sure you're using pauses again if you need to. So we're going to start the 4 big battles here pretty quick. So just notice around this area there's 3 cauldrons there. One will heal your prayer, one will heal your hit points, and the other one will just make you more powerful. So make sure you drink from all 3 of those every time between each battle, because you have an unlimited amount. And also note that there is a bank right behind you in that room that you can access at any time. So going into this storage room here, we're going to have the first battle here, and it's going to be against the Bandos General Graardor. So there's nothing too special about him. Basically, you're just going to pray melee, use your potions or whatever to pot up, and you're just going to watch out for a couple of his attacks. Other than that, he's pretty easy to kill. So just go through that chat. Once that's over, pop on Protect for melee, turn on your prayers to help you get a little more powerful, and then just give it to him pretty much. So you're going to watch out for what he says here. So there he said Graardor Protect, and so what he's going to do is go into a defensive stance there, and you shouldn't attack him when he does that, or else he'll reflect some of the damage back. So simply just wait until he's done, and there he's done now, so you can go ahead and attack him. The only other attack he has is Graardor Smash, and what he does is he pounds his fists into the ground, and it causes the stalagmites or the roof to kind of crumble. So you can generally see the shadows on the ground there. And so you just got to keep moving pretty much. Run a little bit and then turn around and take a shot at him when you get a chance. Make sure you don't stand in front of him when he does that so he doesn't punch you into the ground. Also try to get attacks off on him when he's stuck like that, because he will take more damage. The only other attack that he has that I don't think he did when he was battling me is when he yells Graardor Mad. And then when he does that, he's just going to punch the ground in front of him repeatedly. So when he says that, just simply run through him and go behind him. And he will take slightly more damage if you are able to hit him when he's in that position. So basically, he really can't do a whole heck of a lot of damage. Just the only thing really is when the stalagmites are falling from the sky when he does the Graardor Smash. But anyways, you don't even have to run around like I was here. I wasn't really too sure how the best way to handle it was, but you can just tank him if you want. But it did look like he stopped using his special attacks if you kind of kept moving around. But once you've finished him off, he'll surrender, and he'll retreat back. And then you can go back to the main room and get ready for your next battle. So the next battle is going to come up as Zemregal, and he's a mage pretty much. So make sure you drink from all these potions here to heal your prayer and heal your hit points, and also use the bank to get more supplies by this druid right here. So you can kind of see that I'm kind of figuring out about the potions right now in this point of the quest. So yeah, make sure you drink from them as much as you can between each fight. I'm pretty sure there is no limit. So once you're all ready to go, enter a room that you haven't gone in yet. And so with this fight, all you're going to do is protect from mage because that's the most attacks you use. And this one might be one of the more difficult ones. I'd make sure you have a full load of food if you're not really maxed out, because this one can last a little bit longer than usual. So right off the bat here, you want to destroy the portals that are around the area. So you're going to see there's 2 blue portals there on each side of the battlefield. So I want to be attacking those first. So get rid of those portals, because you can't damage Zemmereagle until those portals are destroyed. And they actually do have a fair amount of hit points. So once those are gone, begin attacking him. After you've dealt some damage to him, he's going to summon a couple more portals that you'll have to destroy. So when the red portals appear, you can destroy them if you want to. They'll spawn zombies. Also make sure that you don't stand on any of the portals, as you'll get dealt damage pretty quickly. So again, here's another wave of the blue portals that you have to destroy. So just keep working on those and you'll eventually get them. For those higher levels players, Soul Split might be a better option than Protect from Magic, especially when a lot of the rangers start attacking you, because they do hit you, but they hit really small but really consistent hits. But once you destroy the portals, your guardians will generally be able to protect you once they stop spawning. But yeah, really not a whole lot to this fight. Just kind of kick back and watch, I guess, just so you know what it's like before you go in. I did eat quite a few rocktail in this fight, but it's really hard for you to actually end up dead because they hit so weak. Just keep on hitting him, he'll eventually go down. Just a bit of a long fight. So you will finally take him out and he'll retreat. And then again, we're going to go back to the main room, make sure you recuperate, drink from the potions, grab some more food, and get ready for the next fight. So once you're ready to go to the next fight, go to the room near death, and you're going to be up against the Zamorak God Wars general this time, Krill. So he's definitely the easiest out of these 4 battles. All you're going to do is protect from melee, and he's pretty susceptible to magic attacks. So I wouldn't change anything up. So pop on that protect from melee, augury, or whatever magic boosting prayer you can use, and pretty much just give it to him. He only has one other attack where he'll say something and he'll make spikes come out of the ground, and all you have to do is move 1 square. So he'll do that here in a second right there, and all you gotta do is move, or else you take small rapid hits like I kinda did right there. So it's not even that bad if you get hit by it. So I'll just let you kinda watch the fight if you want to, just so you can get an idea of what to expect. So again, once you defeat him, just go back to the main room and pretty much heal up for your last of these 4 fights. Okay, so here is the 4th and final battle out of these storage room battles. So this is Enraka, or whatever the hell her name is. This was definitely, I actually had to teleport out of this one just because I didn't really know what the heck was going on. The key to beating her is your health has to be as low as you possibly can, so I like to keep my health around around 200 health. And this is talking legacy mode health points, by the way. So yeah, about 20% health. Because she has this one attack where she leeches your health, where she says, Zamorak, give me strength or something. And she leeches your health, and the more health you have, the more damage she takes from you, or the more damage she will do to you, and the more health she'll regain. So the key is, when she does those, the only way you can get out of it is if you hug around the pillar and break the connection. Other than that, it takes her a little while to get your health down. I wouldn't even use Protect from Mage like I am right now, just to let her get my health down to around 20% of my max. Other than that, she really can't do a whole heck of a lot of damage except for when she does that one attack. So like right off the bat, I would just let her do it and get you pretty low. She also has one attack where she teleports to you like that, and she pretty much tackles you to the ground. In EOC or whatever, if you use the defender ability, you'll be able to escape that, but this is legacy mode, so you don't have abilities, so you kind of just have to tough it out. Use that opportunity to raise your prayer a little bit or drink a potion or something. So basically that's pretty much it. Just let your health get really low. This is a bit of a long fight, so I'm going to fast forward a little bit towards the end now until my health actually gets low and I know what I'm doing, because I didn't really know what I was doing at first here. So I'm going to do a little bit of a fast forward. So here we are, the last little bit of the fight here. So my health is finally pretty low, so I'm actually able to get her pretty low as well. I kind of went to my brews to keep my health low, so I didn't want to eat a rocktail because it would heal me too much, and then she would just use that draining attack on me. So yeah, try to keep your health as low as possible. Make sure you're not using things like Soul Split on this fight or anything else that's going to heal you too high, because the key really is to keep your health really low. So I'll just let you watch the rest of the fight. Okay, so once you've killed her, you're going to go back to the main room, and there's going to be a great big battle going on in there now, so make sure you're healed up. Although there isn't really anything too incredible that's going to hurt you. So now your objective here is to defend Juna. So if you run back to the main middle of the room here, you're going to see Juna in that little wooden barricade. So what you want to do here first is talk to Kress, who's standing in the middle there, and he's going to activate what's going to happen next, and that's going to start a bunch of enemies spawning, like Saradomin warriors, wizards, and archers, and they're all going to try and attack Juna through the fence. And so basically what you're going to do is just, you want to attack them all one by one, and so you get their attention so they stop attacking the fence. So you'll see those little portals that are spawning around her. There's 3 of them in total. And so watch your mini-map for when they spawn, and then you want to attack them once each so that they look at you and not at Juna anymore. The best way to do this would definitely be with Ancient Magics or Chinchampas or something, but I had absolutely no difficulty doing it this way. I don't think Juna lost any help, and I was just using single magic attacks like so, and they were getting the odd attack off, and I don't think her health even went down a little bit. So you gotta survive this for about 2 minutes, and it really shouldn't be that hard, so I'll just let you kind of watch. You're also able to repair the barricade if you wanted to, but I never really bothered with that. It did fall down, but again, I never bothered repairing it. So it's pretty simple, so yeah, just attack them so they start looking at you instead of Juna. That's really all there is to it. If you have Ancient Magics, then great, but you really don't need it. So I'll kind of let you watch and just see what it's like. So once you are done that, you are almost done the quest. There's going to be a quick cutscene here, which again I'll just fast forward through. So once you're done that, talk to Azandra, who's standing in the middle there, and then there'll be a bunch of chat going on, and you'll have to decide a couple of things about who you want to side with, and that's just totally up to you. You can answer with whatever you want. So I'm going to fast forward through all this stuff. You can choose any answers you want pretty much for all this stuff. So once you're done chatting everyone, you're going to go through that wall that just broke open. And what you're going to do here is try to get all the way to the bottom, and you really want to avoid those fireballs, especially the ones that are rolling. The ones that fall from the ceiling aren't that bad, but they will hurt you. But it's really important that you dodge those rolling ones or they can KO you. So it's not that hard. Just watch how I do it. There's really no trick to it. Then also be aware that there can be a wrong path. So for example, you'll see it right here on my left here. I'm going to go this way and they don't want me to go that way, so they put up some stalagmites. I almost ran into the fireballs there, but I didn't. And as soon as you get to the bottom, another cutscene is going to activate. So that little cutscene is going to end there, and we're going to run all the way down and around towards where Guthix was there. And so you'll get down here. And you're going to talk to Guthix for a little while. He's just pretty much dying, so he'll tell you some good stuff, which I'm just going to fast forward through. So what's going to happen is you'll get teleported into Guthix's world or whatever. And so what you're going to do is you're going to talk to him, and then he's going to kind of lead you around. So you're just going to kind of keep following where he goes. So follow him and talk to him. And do that a couple times. He'll disappear again, and then you're going to keep going higher and higher. And talk to him every time you see him until you get all the way to the top. So just keep doing that. Once you are done down there, you'll be teleported back to the normal place, and you'll be talking to Saradomin. You can choose whatever you like for all the chat options, and you're pretty much done the quest here. So at this point, all you have to do is, when you're done talking to him, make sure you have enough food to claim the reward from Juna. Well, for me, I had to talk to Juna because of who I chose. If you're unsure, you could just check your quest book and it'll tell you who to talk to for your reward. So once Saradomin teleports away, you can claim your reward by talking to Juna or whoever your quest book tells you to talk to, based on your decisions when you were having the conversations with everyone. So let's go over the rewards. You're going to get 3 quest points. You're going to get a lamp that grants 250k prayer experience if you have 80 prayer. If you don't have 80 prayer, you can destroy the lamp and get it back later from the High Druid. You'll also get a glossy lamp that grants 110k Slayer XP and requires at least level 70 Slayer. And if you can't use it, you can destroy it and again get it back from the High Druid. You're going to get 3 ancient lamps that grant 100,000 experience in 3 skills of your choice, although you cannot use them in the same skills. You're going to get 3 more lamps, and they're going to be 50,000 experience in any combat skills above 65. And then you'll either get Juna's gift, Azandra's gift, or Zilyana's gift, based on your choices throughout the quest. You're going to have access to the Guthix shrine. And so what that does is when you offer your chronicles for divination, you can take it there instead, and you can teleport directly there with the ring that you just got. For those of you playing on EOC, you get 5 new abilities. And then you get 2 treasure hunter keys for treasure hunter, 2 hearts of ice. And additionally, if you go to the shrine where Guthix died and where you offer your chronicles, you can get 100,000 prayer XP by praying at the altar, but you need 90 prayer to do that. If you light the 5 torches around the shrine, you get 10,000 fire making experience each for a total of 50,000, and you need 74 fire making to do that. And also note that the 5th torch is located on the floor below the other 4 torches. And then other than that, you just get additional dialogue from Azandra, Juna, Therisk, Kree'arra, Sheldar, Char, and Ali the Wise whenever you talk to them. And then you also get the World Guardian title. And then you also get automatons as a Slayer assignment, which needs 67 Slayer. Oh boy, this is going on forever. You get a new pet, which is called a Crestbot, which is a Crestbot, sorry, and it's a rare drop from automatons. And then other than that, that is it. So I hope this quest guide was really helpful for you guys. I hope that it made things a little bit quicker for you. Leave a comment below if you think I could have done something better or differently that would have made this a better guide. Please let me know. If you have any questions about the quest, be sure to let me know. If this was helpful for you, please leave a like. This did take a long time to make. And other than that, if you want to be notified when I make new videos about RuneScape content, please hit that subscribe button. And for now, I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed the guide.